Hey 8th grade, this is Mrs. Gardner, and this is the video for starting your organic geometric design. Here's the rubric. You have that in your art binder. So check out make sure you read the check goals checklist. Remember, main things are you need to have repetitive patterns, repeating shapes over and over and over again to create a geometric pattern and then an organic pattern. And then there are other requirements also, so make sure you read through that. Here's the image I have on the back just for fun, just so you can kind of check that out. Here's the size paper we have. And now if you lose your paper, it's okay if you end up having to use a smaller paper, like a regular page size, instead of the larger paper. Now here are some examples that are student examples. This one's well thought out. And you can see that, let's see, we have lots of geometric patterns repeated down here. Now, of course, this is went through all the stages. It has pencil first. First stage is planning it out with pencil, sketching it, and then going over your pencil lines with Sharpie, like a black permanent ink. You can use the fine points and the ultra fine points, whatever you think works for you. And then the last stage would be adding color. But not just filling in color, different shapes, you're also layering and mixing and things like that. And we'll hit more on that on another video. But let's see, let me find some more. Here's another one. There's a background pattern that's very repetitive of geometric squares and even some basic geometrics connecting them. And then you have a very organic swirls coming in that were created. Here's another one. Now, I have all these going onto a PDF file that you'll be able to access so you can see them a little bit clearer with more intense color. So be sure you check that out sometime. This has an organic kind of intertwining, twisting, and then geometrics in the background. These really interesting shapes were unexpected. Those were negative spaces, and he went ahead, he kind of vibrated a line inside of that negative space, and it created its own shape. So that was very creative, the way he kind of finished his out. Everybody's will end up being different. Now, this one, she really liked cats, and so she put a cat in hers, which is absolutely fine. Your projects don't have to be purely non-objective. They don't have to be purely abstract. They can have recognizable objects in there, because she did do her organic, like her organic edged segmented pattern for swirling eyes, and there's some geometric for the whiskers, and a really nice kind of swirly design using geometrics in the background. Then here's one upside down, but she really liked Batman, and so she put a geometric pattern into the logo or the emblem, and then has organic shapes. We're trying to get kind of a 3D look with that. And then this person created a name, if you can read that, and organic edged. Here's some geometrics in the back. So everybody kind of did it differently. Now these two I'm going to show you are beautiful, but they didn't have any geometrics purposely put in there to meet the goals of the checklist. So see the clouds in the back, very organic, but also these kind of fiery, kind of jagged shapes that are organic on the edges, like segments. Very nice. This one also very nice. Has a neat drop shadow where the color is stronger along the edges and then fades to light inside. But both of those are just organic, no geometrics. So just wanted you to see that. Now to start out, you are going to kind of plan it out, sketch it. Now I have a heavy pencil that's going to mark really dark so you can see it. Okay, and I'm just kind of making it up as I go. In fact, I'm going to get a little bit closer. So let me get closer than that and see if I can refocus it. There we go. All right. And let's just say I'm going to have maybe something kind of coming in like this. I'm going to show you the most challenging part that people ask me about is how to make these organic edged segmented. In other words, like pieces put together like this. So that's what I'll show you right now. So I'll do it in pencil. Let's just say it's almost like a talon or a claw. And I can pop it out a little bit. And it's almost like little ribbed sections, or like a teardrop there. And it's going to pop out, come across, pop out a little bit and come back in. We used to make cornucopias, you know, the Horn of Plenty. We used to make them like this. And then we'd put fruit coming out of it. That was always a fun technique. And let's see, what else? Geometrics, I mean, you can, oh, by the way, you are welcome to use any kind of template or pattern that you want to for your geometrics. I'm pretending it's going behind. I'm creating like a shape pattern, just like little circle, triangle, little circle, triangle. I can make it go wherever I want to. So I'm kind of just creating it as I go. Now, you are welcome to plan it out more. I'm letting it kind of lead the way for me. But I'm definitely creating, so I've already got some organic edge segmented patterns, and I've got some geometrics. Of course, yours can look totally different. On this one on the back, I have floating geometrics of various sizes. One of the things you do need to do is have like a difference in scale, something large and something small. So I did accomplish that with my triangles for sure. Really, even this does that. It goes really small, big, and back to small again. So you read that checklist so you don't miss anything. Now, I won't talk about color today. Once I finish sketching, you can use your Sharpies to go over your pencil lines. And there's permanent ink. Permanent so that, you know, I can easily erase it without smearing it later. I can go skinnier than this fine point and go ultra fine. But so if I was to start, I would put a piece of newspaper underneath, because your paper might be a little bit thinner than mine, and we don't want it to go through and hit the table. So especially when you're at home, definitely get some newspaper underneath when you are ready to use permanent ink. Now I could come back later, really right away, and I could erase out, I'll kind of hold my paper down, but erase out some of my old pencil lines before I get around to colored pencil. Again, color will be another day here, but you know, kind of clean it up like that before you get any colored pencil touching it. So that's all I'm going to show you today. So you can get a start. You can always, you know, try it on the back too. Just sketch lightly, see which one you like better. As long as you have a light touch, you can try it on both sides or a couple pieces of paper, and then see if you can get through the stage where you Sharpie your permanent lines.